What's going on, champs and champets? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video we have a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to Fortnite Festival, so let's not even sit here AFK in the lobby for any longer, and let's just pop up the blog post that was posted moments ago regarding Fortnite Festival Season 14, which is going to be Laufey, or Laufey, however you actually say your name. I apologize in advance if I say it wrong. You guys know how we do it here. Anyways, we have a lot of stuff to actually talk about here. There is a new trailer. Now I'm going to go ahead and mute this tab because I do think this might have some copyrighted audio, so we're kind of just viewing it in silence, but at the same time, you know, we get a pretty decent view of like the aesthetics they got going on. I don't know what is with like Epic Games recently, but I think it's really cool they've been doing these like animation mixtures with Fortnite. You know, like when we come to the Fortnite seasons and stuff like that for festival, before we were just getting like in-game little, you know, 3D teasers or whatever, but I think having like an actual 2D touch in it as well is a unique flair that they've been doing recently that looks really cool. Now, of course, they're advertising the Fortnite crew right here with subscribe to the crew and get the Laufey outfit and music pass, which is this outfit right here. We have some additional images to actually showcase, so before we scroll down there to give you an overview of what we're talking about today, we have to talk about some changes to the Jam Quick Mix UI, the ability to move around while jamming, a few brand new jam tracks and emotes, mic vocals and pro drums being in festival, a new main stage, and more. So let's start going through all of this together. I'll go ahead and zoom in and make it a little bit easier for people to read, and I'll go ahead and try centering this a little bit better for you guys to be able to see everything. That should be good. But firstly, with mic vocals, sing along in real time with any microphone that works in Fortnite on PC and console, meaning that it's not something we have to go out and buy like a specialized microphone to play Fortnite Festival and actually sing like you're dying, but it's something that you'll be able to, or you know, maybe some of you guys can sing way better than me, but you know, it's something you'll be able to just plug and play. If you use a microphone for voice chat, that will work in Fortnite Festival. It does make me wonder how something like the scuffed microphone, like what we had back in like the Xbox 360 days, how that would function in Festival. Would you be able to get a good score with it? Could you FC a song by just singing that way? Who knows? On top of that, we're going to be getting pro drums where you can plug in a Rock Band 4 or compatible MIDI drum kit in order to make the drum highway feel more real. On the right side, you can see an image of that drum track, and we can go ahead and pull up this image right here, and you can see how it kind of works. You have like the cymbals and everything, so you got extra like shapes and stuff that actually go on to the drum like pathing, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, the charting. I don't know, but they definitely have put in a lot of work in order to make this work. And if you find a song that doesn't actually support pro vocals, you know, if it's something like an instrumental only song, then that is going to be something where the pro vocals difficulty is going to be maxed out to the roof like infinity, and it shouldn't allow you to play it. Now, it does have a difficulty of like 100 in the back end, so that is something that does exist, but at least in terms of the front end type of things that you would see, they most likely would just block off the ability to use pro vocals for some tracks, or just make it so you just kind of stand there in the crowd doing nothing the entire time. But that is a little bit of an infographic. Of course, it's not available right now at the time you're seeing this video. I know it says right there it will be available on the 16th, aka tomorrow, with the downtime update. But then they go on to mention if you want to break from the mic stand, you can now walk around and shift positions freely in the jam ring while you play. Before, if you wanted to move around inside of the jam ring while you're doing a jam track, you actually had to go ahead and do an emote that was traversal in order to move around. However, now you'll be able to just walk around as long as you don't leave the radius you're inside of. The new Quick Mix UI helps you quickly swap or shuffle jam tracks while jamming for immediate mashups as well. And then we have the Season 14 Emberlight Music Pass, included for all Fortnite crew members, and of course you'll be able to buy the pass on your own. It'll grant immediate access to the white dress Laufey outfit, progressing through the pass unlocks new themed instruments, auras, and the Mad Woman jam track, with the final tier of the pass featuring the Golden Era Laufey outfit variant you can see right here. It is not a completely different outfit from the one over on the right that you get instantly. It will be something that you get as a variant for completing the pass. And of course, later down the line, it could be available in the item shop. And then of course, you can see like in one of the instrument skins, you can see a back bling, I'm pretty sure, and the Mad Woman jam track you'll be able to get. We're unsure of any other jam tracks that are actually in the music pass, so you know, we'll have to wait to see when that actually releases. Down here though, it mentions that the item shop will feature the Lover Girl Laufey outfit, the May the Bunny back bling, and jam tracks and emotes for Lover Girl and Tough Luck. Now, it appears in the bundle, which here is, oh, that's the wrong image actually. Hold on, yeah, this right here, it appears that in the bundle, these jam tracks, so Tough Luck and Lover Girl, aren't actually going to be included, because as you can see right here, we have an image of the contrail in the bundle, a wrap in the bundle, we have ourselves an image of the bunny back bling in the bundle, and then a microphone stand in the bundle as well. So we have a lot of these cosmetics. However, even though we can see the jam tracks right here that'll be in the item shop, they don't mention it anywhere, right? You know, they don't mention it, or like mention the emote specifically, or that they'll be included in this bundle right here. So they might be separate purchases that you won't be able to get with everything else included. But overall, a decent amount of updates coming to the game. Of course, we can go through these little images real quick. You know, they're just kind of some more HD versions. So this is the mic vocals, that's the music pass image again, that's the normal shop image that was in the blog post, and then this is more of like a social shop image that they plan to actually use when they actually release the cosmetics in the shop. So this is a little bit more of an exclusive leak in a way, but at the same time, it's already on Twitter, so it's not really that exclusive. And then this is the generalized infographic. As you can see, we have like a visualized image of being able to move around while jamming. You have that quick mix thing right there. If we go ahead and like zoom in, you can kind of see like a little bit of a unique UI over here on the right side. You can see like that UI where you can have 3 jam tracks selected, and then just with a push of a button, you can switch between them, and you can choose like different jam tracks for the quick mix that are in different, you know, like drums or lead or bass or vocal or whatever else. And then we have that main stage over on the right side. So a decent amount of cosmetics going on right here for the Fortnite Festival Pass season. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about it? Are you excited for a brand new Festival Pass, or are you someone who hasn't really bought the Fortnite crew recently? Regardless, I'll catch champs and champettes a little bit later in another upload. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. Till tomorrow, peace out.